For 500 years, this giant tree stood in Capilano River Regional Park. And even though it no longer stands, its biological legacy lives on. The tree is a Douglas fir, and before it fell, it towered about 60 meters. That's 200 feet. Its base diameter is 2 meters.
It's a very old growth tree. In the winter of 2020, the tree fell down in a winter storm, but when they looked at the tree, once it had fallen down, they realized it had been suffering from a root rot, which weakened it, so during the storm it fell down.
Loggers were active in this area in the early 1900s, but somehow this particular tree and a few other Douglas firs were not cut down.
There is some speculation that the preferred tree at the turn of the century was cedar trees, that they were cutting down a tremendous amount of cedars, and these of course are Douglas fir trees.
When the giant tree came crashing down, it fell with such force that it landed about 10 meters from its base. As for how this tree grew so large, the answer might involve the salmon in the nearby Capilano River. Salmon contain a certain type of nitrogen found only in the ocean.
It is truly an intricate relationship that trees and salmon and the rainforest have. Birds can carry chunks of meat and drop it in the forest, and basically what you get is this incredible fish fertilizer.
And now that this huge Douglas fir has fallen, it in turn becomes a type of fertilizer that is vital for the forest ecosystem.
Once the wood is on the ground, it becomes available for nutrient cycling, so that nutrient goes back and forms soil. It provides food and homes for insects and wildlife, and it's a platform that other plants grow on and gives them a chance and a head start in our dark coastal rainforests. In a lot of ways, it's more useful as a fallen tree than as a standing tree.
There are still a few old-growth Douglas firs in the park, along the appropriately named Giant Fir Trail.
You're just filled with joy and wonder when you see these giants, and you just can't believe how big that they've gotten. And I often think, what have they seen in their lifetime?